Guys, I'm going to do a little video on the Flexi Giant XL in regards to working on a recall for the puppy. So by now I'm sure most of you had started marking behaviors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the grass as a distraction. I'm going to leave the box open. So I want to make sure I'm doing this in an area where the dog's not going to bolt. If I've got an issue with my dog wanting to bolt, things like that, that's another issue. This is for dogs with a little obedience. Here! So as the dog comes in, he's got a little bit of pressure on that line. Yes, good boy. Now I don't have to wait for him to sit. He's been in training for quite some time now. He's still very young. I believe he's 7 months old. So he knows when I recall here that I'm going to want a sit. But really all I want to do is have the food ready for him when he gets here to create a really positive vibe in regards to, if I say your name, I want something from you. So if you're not near me, you need to get right next to me. So again, I'm going to let him check out. I never gave him any type of heel. Here. Good. If I back up at the same time, that'll create a little more urgency as well. Good. Let's go. So, I get this question asked a lot, which is, what do I do if my dog does not come? So, if your dog is not coming to you when you call every time, then you need to have a long line on the dog. This is an exercise, good boy, that you're working on when you're training. But if you're just out in the yard with your dog, something like that, never leave a leash on the dog when he's unattended. Let me just get that out there first and foremost. Dog can get stuck to something, hung up, all kinds of bad things can happen. So never have a leash on the dog if the dog is not in your sight. That said, if you're outside working in the yard, things like that, the dog has some freedom. You want to make sure if you call your dog and they do not come, you can pick up that line and retract it in or pull them in. If you're giving them some freedom, you're not going to have them on a retractable. You're just going to have them on a flat, long line. Frank, here. Okay. So look, he's good boy. He was a little resistant, so I put a little pressure on because I want him to understand that it's never a question. If I call you, I call you. It's not up to you to decide whether you want to come or not at that moment. So he gets into sniffing. Oh wait, let him get really psyched into it. Frank, here! Yes, good boy. And I can mark as soon as he makes eye contact. I don't have to wait to mark when he gets here. If I want to, if I'm working on my sit on recall, then yes, I'm going to wait until the dog's sitting in front of me. But if I'm just working on getting the dog to come to me every time, then I'm going to mark as soon as the dog makes eye contact with me. Good boy. Yes, good job. So, hope this helps.